Sup YouTube, this is the Naruto Manga 564 prediction rant. And yeah, this chapter was pretty good. Kishimoto keeps giving us another good chapter, so thumbs up to Kishimoto. Good job. I think it was Kishimoto's birthday yesterday too, so happy birthday, Kishimoto, if you ever watch this. Although I doubt you will, but anyway, yeah, before I get to my prediction, I'm gonna give you guys a little quick synopsis. We saw the chapter started with us seeing the Kages basically attacking Madara, and since they're all united now and fighting together, which is pretty cool to see. We saw that Tsunade is starting to heal Onoki and Gara, which actually I didn't really particularly like at first because I was just like, I don't have a problem with them being healed up and all that kind of stuff, but I do want to see a Kage die, and I don't want that to be the reason why one of them does not die. I mean, I don't want to see Gara die. Don't really want to see A or May die, but I do. I mean, I'm not gonna say I want to, but I want at least Onoki to die or Tsunade. But preferably Onoki. I don't really think Tsunade has to die in order for Naruto to become Hokage. Obviously, I think that actually I personally think that Naruto is going to become something higher than Hokage, but you guys can guess that for yourselves what I'm probably thinking, and if you don't understand what I mean by that, you can always just comment below and ask me. But anyway, the chapter starts with us seeing the Kage's attacking Madara like we saw. I think May was covering Madara with lava, and he protected himself using Susanoo. So he got all covered with lava, and then I think A tried to chop him and couldn't break through Susanoo at first. So later on in the chapter, kind of skipping far ahead, we saw they started doing some kind of sweet combination techniques, and we saw that Onoki actually made A lighter so that he would be faster, and then he sped up to Madara, and then when he got up there, he increased the weight of his body using the super aggravated rock technique so that he would be able to have more power behind his punch. And we already know A has the power to be able to punch through people anyway. But to be honest, even though he knocked away Madara and we didn't see him for the rest of the chapter, I think Madara is kind of toying with them. He's kind of playing around, just messing around with them because he's complimenting on them on different moves and stuff. But it's kind of like he's just kind of testing the waters, see what they got, and they already seem like they're going all out. I mean, we already saw that A said he couldn't go any faster, and that's why Onoki had to speed him up. So I mean, yeah, combination attacks and stuff that'll make them a little bit better, but it just still seems like if Madara's just playing around, it took that much time for him to break through Susanoo. I doubt that it's a case. I doubt that that's all he has is just the basic Sharingan, not Sharingan, but the basic Rinnegan techniques we've seen, and just the three Manga Kill Sharingan techniques. I mean, I remember a while back where Itachi had said to Sasuke, now this is really far back, this is when Itachi and Sasuke fought, that he said when you get the Eternal Manga Kill Sharingan, you get a new dojutsu. Now I don't know if maybe he meant, now that we know that you can get the Rinnegan after the Eternal Manga Hero Sharingan, I don't know if he meant that's what you get or what, but I kind of think maybe not because he was talking about that's what Madara got right after he got EMS, which means that it must have been a new jutsu he achieved, so he could use that, and we don't know what kind of power that must possess. And I'm pretty sure there's other jutsus within the Rinnegan that we have yet to see that are even more powerful. I mean, we see that Madara just whipped a meteor out of nowhere a couple chapters back, so wouldn't be too surprising if he did something even more credible, on the Kages later on in that fight. But basically, towards the end of the chapter, we see the Kages talking, to Naruto and telling Naruto to go fight Toby, and that the reason why Madara is the way he is, I guess, is because of the hatred in the world, and it's all caused by the five nations, so it's their fault, it's their problem, that they need to handle it, that they need to take care of the whole problem, and that Onoki said he wants to stay part of the Shinobi Alliance, he wants to keep it going, and that he wants to bring in even the small Shinobi the little villages, kind of like the Rain Village and stuff, into the Shinobi Alliance, and basically they all tell Naruto, go fight the fake Madara, and you better win. I think that's what they said. They said win. So it seemed like an epic chapter. I enjoyed it. We see Naruto just, charge up to Madara and say, yes, I'm going to win. And, he just headbutts him right in the head. And, that was the end of the chapter. So, though he may break his mask, obviously, I don't think we're going to see it next chapter. But before I even really get into what I think is going to happen very, very soon, I'm just there are so many things that I liked about this chapter, but then I'm just hoping that don't go wrong. Like, okay, Onoki in this past chapter, said that that he promised Naruto that they were going to beat Madara. Now, usually the way he gave his speech, usually in instances like that in different animes and stuff, usually they're gonna at that point they're gonna do what they say one way or another, and I think it's almost too early for Madara just to get beat, and especially if he's off screened. I'm hoping that he's not. It's not going to be off screened where we're seeing him Naruto fight Toby and then Madara's just magically sealed up, because then I'm gonna be very disappointed. Like, I'm liking this war. Currently I would give it like a B. And if Kishimoto plays his cards right, I think it can be an A. I don't know, a lot of you may disagree with me on that, but I personally think, it's not really that bad of a war. But the thing is that I'm looking for to happen in this war, and I'm not really trying to make this a big war discussion video since this is, a prediction, and I need to get onto my prediction. But I think if Naruto, I don't want Naruto to beat Toby. I don't want him to beat Toby in this fight. What I'm looking for is for him to actually lose. I want him to lose, but like I know obviously he's gonna actually complete the tail beast bomb in this fight, because since that comes from being a Jinchuriki and stuff, and only a tail beast can use the tail beast bomb, and Naruto would master a move that no Jinchuriki has mastered before other than Killer Bee, but he can only do it in the eight-tailed state. And since Madara is using all the Jinchuriki bodies and stuff, then I'm pretty sure he's gonna. It just makes sense for me to think that he's gonna master the Tail Beast Bomb while fighting him. But I'm hoping that he has some kind of defense, some way to avoid it. I mean, I think it's gonna do. We're gonna see the effects of it, but I'm hoping that it doesn't cause major damage to Toby. I want Toby to actually, win, because I want Killer Bee to get taken. I want Killer Bee to protect Naruto. Even though I think Naruto's stronger, I want an instance to happen where Naruto doesn't see something coming. Toby, gets ready to try to maybe take Naruto out, knock him out or something. And Killer Bee protects him. And for some odd reason, maybe, he can't get Naruto, so he just takes what he can get, and he takes Toby. I mean, not Toby. He takes he takes Killer Bee. That and then he starts sealing them up and all that kind of stuff, and maybe he'll resurrect the Ten Tails. Now, I don't want him to resurrect the Ten Tails right away, obviously, but I want him to resurrect it at the very end of the war. I want that to be the final villain, well, maybe not villain, but final beast or whatever that they fight. Over anybody else is the Ten Tail Beast, and it would be perfect for Naruto to fight that, because who did the Sage of Six Paths fight to stop the world from ending? The Ten Tail Beast. And it would be perfect for Naruto to fight against that, in my opinion. But with that said, if Kishimoto does that, I'll be satisfied. Not only that, but I want Madara to beat the five Kages. Now, I don't want him to kill them all off. If he can kill Onoki off, even if he doesn't kill them off, even though I want at least one death in this war, although I'll be satisfied Killer Bee dies, which means that, I guess Onoki doesn't have to die. I just want at least one death. But I'm like, the thing is, I just don't want Madara just to lose this quickly. I want to see what Madara can do. I want him to see. I'd rather him lose to Sasuke, to be honest. And like, I mean, I wouldn't mind if he lost to Naruto either, but Sasuke, it would be, cool to see him fight Sasuke, because he was like the ultimate, like Madara is like the ultimate Uchiha back in his day, and then now, Sasuke's like the ultimate Uchiha, and he's only Uchiha, but he's like the, one of the best even amongst his clan. Even when they were living, he wasn't the best then, but he's surely the best of his generation, better than Itachi now, in my opinion. I know some of you may disagree on that too, but I think it's I think it's pretty safe to say he's better than Itachi now that he has Itachi's eyes too. And yeah, like, as for what I think is going to happen next chapter, though, guys, I think it's going to be, we probably may get a little bit of flashing back and forth, may see a little fight with Toby, some little squabble going on, maybe a little exchange of moves, probably a little bit of talking, obviously. I think it's going to we'll probably see a little bit of the Kages, and possibly we won't. I don't think we're going to see his, see under his mask. I really don't. I think it's going to be cracked. I think he's going to be holding his face or something. It's probably not going to be broken just enough. It may break at the end of the fight. I don't think this is. I'm hoping that Naruto does not beat Toby in this fight. That if the, this is a fight that is a small fight, maybe not a small fight, but Naruto loses, and he may manage to break it. We may see in this fight, Toby's face and whatnot. But, you know, I don't know. It's about 50-50 to me. I don't think that that was enough to break his mask. I don't think Kishimoto is going to start off next chapter Toby fully exposed and all that kind of stuff. He's gonna hold us on the wire a little bit. He's gonna keep us waiting. I know he is. I don't see it as him trolling or anything. I think he's just being a good writer and trying to keep his readers entertained, in my opinion. And one more thing I want to add before I just cut this video off. Like, there's just, if Kishimoto has these three Konoha 11 members fight, I will just love this war, absolutely. All I want is Lee to fight Gari, which is one of the guys who was with the Seven Swordsmen. He's not a Seven Swordsman though. He's the KK Genkai user. They use the explosive element. And see Suigetsu fight against his brother. I wanted to see Jugo fight against Kinemaro, and maybe by some miracle, it'll happen. Maybe Kinemaro somehow survived the Rasen Shuriken. I don't know. But I don't have to see that. But I want to see Neji or Kiba. I guess it's more than three guys. I want to see Neji or Kiba get into a fight. I just want to see them go all. It doesn't even have to be long. Just a little bit of a fight. That's all I'm asking. So Kishimoto, if you're viewing this, that's all I want. This war will be awesome. You could just wrap. You could have them all. You could have those couple people I named fight. A couple. Maybe fight Hizashi, Neji versus Hizashi, Lee versus Gari, since Gari uses Taijutsu, Suigetsu versus Mangetsu, and Kiba versus whoever you want. I don't really care about Shino as much, but if you have those fights you can have those in just a few chapters, I won't be complaining. You could wrap it up in 4 if you wanted to, a chapter per piece. I'm not going to be mad. I just want to see a little bit of, just see them do a little bit more in the war. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That's it. That's it, Kishimoto. That's it. So if you're watching this, that's it. But, that's basically, all I think, guys. Please, rate, comment, subscribe if you like this video. If you're not already subscribed to me, and just tell me your thoughts if you thought that, what you think is going to happen next chapter. So anyway, see you later.